Why did this, my very first ever YouTube video, get over 4 million views and counting, allowing me to monetize my YouTube channel? But then, for the next almost 100 videos, from videos number 2 to video number 96, they all completely flopped, allowing me to earn the very huge sum of $0.00. Why? Well, quite simply because I failed to implement my own 8-step formula for YouTube success. A formula that I had just invested hundreds of dollars that I did not have at the time into learning, plus hours and hours and hours of my own valuable time. You see, most coaches waste time and income, and they miss out on these consistent sales from sharing their knowledge on YouTube because they overlook these 8 crucial steps that they should check off like a checklist before sharing any video. So in this video series, I'm going to show you the exact system, the exact tools, the exact AI prompts that my team and I use to drive millions of viewers to becoming leads, and to some of those leads becoming engaged prospects. And yes, a small few of those engaged prospects to becoming high-paying clients. But to start, you need to understand the strategy that we're going to use to generate these sales and why this strategy is so powerful. You will also need to understand the type of coach that this system is the most suitable for, and more importantly, the type of coach who it is not suitable for. So what I'm going to teach you in this short video is the exact 8-step formula for success, which is yours to copy and paste and to take away with my full blessing. And a formula which has now been proven to work time and time and time again, as long as you adhere to all of the steps in the process. And for myself, our team of VAs and our community of both free and paying clients. So please, please stay tuned to the end of this mercifully short video, where we're going to be dropping for you a link to our checklist and to our conversion calculator. Wait till you see this. This is really cool. And most importantly, to a really special offer that, trust me, you will not want to miss. And without further ado, let's get started. Right then, so we're now at stage 6 of the process. Stage 6 is all about the offer. Now, you've seen this before. If you haven't, please, please, please go back and watch the other 5 videos that go before this, okay? Because this is the one that is the most crucial that you understand, because this is where we're presenting to you our outstanding offer. Now, how do you craft an outstanding offer? One that is so good that people actually feel a little bit stupid. It becomes almost like a complete no-brainer there for them to say no to. I'm sure all of you, unless you've been living under a rock for the past 5 or more years, know who this person is. This person is Alex Hormozi, and he, together with his wife, Layla Hormozi, are the owners and the founders of Acquisition.com. They've built a portfolio of companies that generates over $250 million per year. And this is one of his books. He's got these 2 books, his flagship products, $100 million leads and $100 million offers. And if you look here at the subtext, how to make offers so good that people feel stupid saying no. It is literally an amazing, amazing read. And if you've got Audible, I would thoroughly suggest that you go along and you digest this book. Like, use it almost like an encyclopedia. I've gone through this book at least about 7 or 8, probably 9 times. I jump back and forth between different, those little voice notes that you can record with yourself when he delivers one of these particular golden nuggets. And every single chapter is full of multiple nuggets. And sometimes you have to go over it and over it again. Absolutely phenomenally amazing. Cannot recommend it enough. Now, he presents this formula inside this book, the 100 Million Offer Books. And basically, the formula goes something like this: dream outcome times perceived likelihood of achievement divided by the time delay times multiplied by the effort and sacrifice. Now, what does that mean? Because that's a little bit difficult to digest. And in the age of bringing things down to, let's say, a lower grade reading level, we have to think to ourselves, how can we make that simpler? And Alex simply sums it up very succinctly by telling people this is the secret to sales. Making an offer so good that people feel stupid saying no. And I would go one step further, and I would say, make something that solves a burning problem. You know, this 10-ton problem, like you remember the people would talk years ago about the 10-ton telephone that was too heavy to pick up to make the sales call. But nowadays, they're in 2025 and beyond. What are we talking about? That solves a burning, a pain-killing problem that viewers have, and to solve it fast. This is basically how to turn viewers into buyers ultra fast. Now, this is the problem that we solve. What we do is we get your ICP, your ideal customer profile, to turn up and to consume 5, 6, 7, 8, and over time, more of your YouTube videos on your platform of choice. Now, whatever platform that you are the most predominant, that you've got the strongest following. Now, maybe that's LinkedIn, maybe it's Instagram, maybe it's TikTok, maybe it's X, maybe it's Facebook, maybe it's something else. Wherever it is, wherever you've got the biggest, the largest, the most loyal following, we're going to use YouTube as a repository. And we're going to bring this up. I'm going to show you how that we're going to do this. And this is absolutely phenomenal. What you're doing is you're becoming almost like a DJ, a disc jockey, and you're spinning the discs, and you're just then calling them up if they've got a problem about time management, if they've got a problem about employee satisfaction, if they've got a problem about employee retention, if they've got a problem, you know, quite a lot of these C-suite people have a problem with the senior management turning up on a Monday morning and they're filled with dread the weekend before. They can't sleep soundly on a Sunday evening, on the Sunday night, because they're all too familiar with that Monday morning feeling where they go in and they find 1, 2, or 3 rejection letters on their desks. And it's absolutely there. What we're trying to do is we're just trying to get these videos out there, but it's all done through the medium of video. Now, why is it done through the medium of video? Because you're telling your story. You're introducing your social proof. You're introducing your results. You're introducing your reviews. And this is how it all comes back into the full circle. So you're introducing them to your channel. And this circle is constantly going around. It's constantly circling. And you're showing them your offer, your results, your proof. And it keeps going round and round and round. You're adding more videos into your channel, and then you're feeding more people into this loop. So here's the solution. Because we're using YouTube as our repository, as our database, if you want, and we are following. Now, please note, remember what happened when I didn't follow my own 8-step process, my own 8-step framework for success. I went from 4 million views to about less than 100, less than, sometimes even less than 50. And you see, what we're doing is by following this formula and by using the limitless power of the AI, we are getting these ICPs, these ideal customer profiles, to consume 2 or more of your videos. People need social points. They need social proof. They need results. They need case studies. Sometimes they need 1 or more of them. Sometimes they don't need anything. Sometimes they just need, hey, where's your offer? Boom. Then I click on it. There are different buyer personas out there. And that's something that I really want to impress upon each and every one of you. A small percentage of these people will come along and they'll check you out. They will visit your LinkedIn profile. They might visit your Facebook page. They might visit your landing page because they want to make sure that you're legitimate and that you have got experience solving their problems. Like there was only a few moments ago that somebody was posting one of those problems. They had their US soldier and they're based over here in Poznan in Poland, and their wife came over to visit them, 24 weeks pregnant. Okay, so what's that? That's about 6 months pregnant. And she gave birth here in Poland. And the couple, they're both Americans, American nationals, and they are frightened that the child is going to have Polish nationality. And then this is something you see there that one of our translation coaches, like for example, Marzena Lisowska, can just jump in and solve for these people. The AI prompts us, and then she writes them a very nice email. Like, don't worry, concentrate on spending parent to baby time, building up that special, that super relationship with your child. And don't worry, everything will be taken care of because I've got experience with these apostille documents, with these translation documents. Yes, there's some bureaucracy and there's some paperwork involved, but first and foremost, relax, breathe in, breathe out, and build up that special relationship. And whenever you've got your heads together in a few weeks' time, maybe in a month and a half, come to me. And then what we'll do is we'll take you through step by step this process, because I've done it for quite a lot of people. There are hundreds of thousands of these US soldiers stationed here in Poland. So it is no problem. It's not the first time that this has happened. So the best thing that she could do is just tell these lovely couple not to worry, and it will all be taken care of. Problem solved. But her problem will be solved because she knows exactly who to speak to, which authorities, which papers are needed, from the United States, etc., etc., etc. And you see, because we're learning how to track the right metrics, not the vanity ones. You see so many people out there posting about their vanity metrics, that we're going to convert some of these people using our conversion equation calculator into action takers. Now, let me just share the screen with you for a moment, and I will share with you the conversion equation calculator. Okay, so this is the conversion rate calculator that you're seeing on your screen in front of you at the moment. Now, I can make this bigger, of course, because I work with senior coaches, and sometimes it's an effort for me. I have to actually put on my glasses to be able to see these things properly. But now what we're doing here is we're looking at the total number of video views, and we're putting this number into the orange cell, which is located in A3, the cell A3. And let's say there, for example, that we get only 10,000 video views. Let's see what this equates to. This equates to, what is it, 1.5 customers here with a click-through rate of about 0.5%. If we go up to 1%, then we've got, on the medium scale, we've got 1 client. And on the excellent scale, we've got 3 clients. Now, this could be your low ticket offer, this could be your medium ticket offer, and this could be your high ticket offer. So think about this for a moment. There, now from this, we only need a conversion rate of 3%. There we can get about 9 customers. Remember, these are going to be group clients. There, so you're not doing this one-to-one coaching anymore. What we're doing is we're teaching people to sell from the virtual stage. In other words, one-to-many from a group webinar. And then if you look at this one up here, but now there are some of the results there that we've got. Now, some of the results there that we've got, as I said, I began the first video with 4 million views, yeah? And then you can imagine the types of things that this can convert into. Absolutely incredible. But for some of the coaches out there, I was able to maintain very healthy average of about 20,000 plus views. Now, what we were doing was we were running some ads. because we were simply able to reach out to many, many more people. But whenever you're getting a 20,000 plus average viewing rate, look at what this means. This means here that if we were getting, because of the quality of the ad copy, we were sometimes getting up to about 8% click-through rate. So then that meant that there were about 1,600 people coming through to the landing page. And now really hear this, because it gets even better. Now, whenever the landing page was written, let's say not so good, maybe at the beginning, but then after a while, then we get better, and then we were able to achieve that type of conversion rate. And then after a while, whenever we got really, really good, really dialed in. Now, how did we get really dialed in? We simply asked the AI. I remember we had one lovely client, Prudence McDaniel from College Station in the state of Texas in the United States. And I remember we went through the process. Prudence had a lead magnet called the 13 money murdering mistakes. And I remember the reaction that Prudence McDaniel had when we went to the AI. And again, we share this with you, the exact prompts that we use now and then, and the exact process that we take them through so that they can design these 3D book covers. And we sat there and we put this into the AI. And then I said to her, like, look, this can be the cover. So this knife all bloodied with the blood, etc. across it. And then the blood dripping down. And then put it across to the people like this. 13 money murdering mistakes all parents must know before even thinking about sending their teen to college, because that was what Prudence's speciality was. She's a financial coach, a financial life coach, and she guides these parents of the teens through to making sound financial decisions before about 2, 3, 4 years before the teen even thinks about going to college. And it's absolutely phenomenal advice. But she said, yes, 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 I know a few of them. There are 6, 7, 8, perhaps even 9 at a shot. But then we had a look at what the AI generated. And her eyes just got wider and wider and wider. And then when we came towards some of them, I think it was number 5 and number 9, she was just like, oh my goodness, my mind has been blown. This is absolutely incredible. I never thought about these, but this is so good. And then we take it and we change it so that it's in her voice, it's in her message. And then she comes along and makes these 13 little videos, these 13 short problem-solving videos where she's solving all of these problems. And every single one of them went to a landing page. And the colors were the same, so that you got the beautiful imagery, the beautiful graphic imagery. And the people resonated with this. And some of the people clicked on her offer. Some of the people didn't, but those are the people that would never do so anyway. So then let's talk about the benefits. In other words, as Alex Hormozi calls it, the perceived likelihood of success, the perceived outcome. A small percentage of people, just like I showed you in the conversion rate calculator, will be inspired by your message and they will take an action. And remember, this is essentially what sales is. You're inspiring people to take an action and to come over to your landing page. And on your landing page, you're going to ask them to leave 2 of their most cherished pieces of information: their best email address and their mobile cell phone number. And then this is where the secret sauce comes in, because this is something that we didn't have when we started out. But then an especially configured, especially programmed AI automation agent will reach out to them in seconds. Let me repeat that because it's so important. An AI automation agent that has been specially configured for you in your voice with your information. We fed it, as one of my customers there, Louis Bellou from Quebec in Canada says it's time to feed the beast. We sharpen the saw, we prime the pump, as Dr. Stephen R. Covey taught us in his 7 Habits of Highly Extraordinary People. We have to feed it. We have to feed it. And we feed it with all of those amazing reviews. Like Louis has got loads of reviews from fantastic people. Some of them I remember, like Alexander Chamberlain from Vireo Systems, the PDG, the President Director General, as they say in French. And the types of reviews that they have given, that they have spent the time to invest, because Louis simply transformed their lives through his business coaching. And then the same for some of those other people, for Sed Bush, for Mustafa Tut Brown, for Prudence McDaniel, for Marzena Lisowska, for all of those people. It's all about taking all of these, the social proof, the social results, the testimonials, the reviews, the 5-star glowing reviews, and then putting it all together into these beautiful case stories. And then whatever the people want, the AI automation agent is able to send that to them in seconds. Hey, I saw that you visited our page. Doesn't matter what time of the day it is. The AI automation agent is never going to take a break, is never going to go on holiday, is never going to turn up sick. The AI automation agent will always, always be there. As long as you have fed it, as long as you have nourished it properly with all of the incredible information. And this is why we only work with experienced coaches, because they've been around the block a bit. They've built up their lead magnets. They've built up their parts of their sales funnel. They've got an idea about the blind spots that they solve. And all we have to do is we just have to take this over to the other side. And it becomes so nice and it becomes so friendly. But now, whenever you think about this, the person has come along and the person has clicked through to your landing page from your video, from your YouTube video. Now, maybe they've clicked through it on your featured posts in your LinkedIn. Maybe they've clicked on it from your Facebook page. Maybe they've clicked on it from your Instagram reels. Maybe they've clicked on it from somewhere else. What do you think is going to happen next when this carefully programmed, this carefully configured AI automation agent reaches out and asks them, okay, what would they like to receive? If it's a case study, no problem, boom, in seconds. If it's a few case studies, would you like any more? Yes, please, bump, bump, here you go. How many do you want? If they'd like to see your portfolio, if they'd like to see your pre-qualification questionnaire, if they'd like to see something else, if they'd like to see some more of your videos, no problem at all. What particular blind spots would you be interested? And then this way, when they turn up for the group session, for these webinars, they're already sold, because they already know, hold on a second, this person, Louis Belleau, Marzena Lisowska, Melody Chademayo, all of these people, they can solve my problems and they can solve them right now, because look at this, they've been doing this since da-da-da-da-da. And this is where the beauty all comes together. Now, so whenever we say what happens next, look at this screen, because I'm presenting you with 3 options, because these will happen. The red one, some of them will get distracted by the latest cat meme on Instagram. You know the people, oh my goodness, look at this. There's a cat wearing a Batman hat. Oh, right, I'm off there. I've just immediately forgotten about this coach who was telling me that they could solve my problems with their eyes closed. But then look at the one in the middle. Some will buy there and then, those with like immediate buying intent, and they will just like whip out their credit card. And this is why I'm telling you, top tip, super top tip, in the top of the description field, I want each and every one of you, myself included, to have 2 links there. Now, what should the 2 links be? Well, one of them should be to your lead magnet, in other words, your free gift, and one of them should be to your paid offer. Very simple. Because some people will reach out there and they're not interested in your lead magnet. They're just interested in getting help and getting help ultra fast. And believe you me, when I made that change to having 2 links in my description field instead of just the link to the free gift to the lead magnet there, because some people were getting annoyed, they were getting irritated. They just wanted to get through to the solution as quickly as was humanly possible. And at that time, it took some time. But nowadays, with this AI agent automation, we can set this up for them in, what is it, less than 18 minutes. And then we can start priming the pump. We can start getting it ready, feeding it, feeding it, feeding it, feeding it. It's got an insatiable appetite. And you can just feed it with every single thing that you've done, past, present, and now future. And then some of them will need more nurturing. No problem at all. So then you've got your 2 links, and one of the links is to your lead magnet, your free gift. Absolutely amazingly brilliant. And whenever I stuck to my formula, the results were much, much, much better. The conversion rates were much, much, much better for myself and for my clients. And then you're able to, yes, one day go up to the 4 million status and above. But remember, it's not about going viral. It's about getting the right number of views, because this is where it becomes really, really important. When I said there, like for people like Jeff and others there, I was getting an average viewing rate of about 20,000 plus per video. Some of them 30,000, some of them 40,000. But now think, what is required to monetize a channel? 100,000 views or more. And then you get the lovely email from YouTube. And you also get it by the letter, by the snail mail, saying that congratulations, you can now monetize your channel. Remember, if you've got 5 videos, like at the beginning, Jeff started out with 8 problem-solving videos. And if you've got 8 problem-solving videos and they're getting 20,000 plus views each, after we put out 5 of them, we had already bypassed the 100,000 mark. YouTube are not looking for that for one video. They're looking for that across your entire channel. So whenever you've got this channel set up properly, when it's carefully configured, and again, we show you exactly how to do this inside the course, inside the workshop, then it becomes a complete no-brainer. And this is what we're helping the people to do. But remember, 80% plus, almost 90%, will be handled by this specially configured AI automation agent. Believe you me, there is nothing more organized on the planet. They know how to find everything. They know whenever you included this phrase or this particular command, or you had this title, or you had this review from this person and his name was Alex something, no problem, I'll find you all of the Alexes. No problem, I'll find you all of the Jeffs. No problem, I'll find you all of these other people. And it's absolutely incredible. You remember, you can leverage this to other places. So you can leverage this to your email newsletter. You could leverage this to your YouTube channel. You can leverage this through other videos. You can leverage this through pre-qualification surveys, reviews, case studies, testimonials. You can leverage this through a LinkedIn newsletter. You can leverage this also through a LinkedIn event invitation. Remember, as I've been showing some of you, you can invite 100 people to these webinars that we're setting up for each and every one of our clients. And then you can imagine, again, that AI can do that. So the AI can work out, who's the best 100 people from your LinkedIn connections, from your first degree connections, because those are the people that you can invite. Yes, okay, this person, Harry, Sue, Dick, Tom, right, bam, 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 bam. And then whenever the people accept, then they're nurtured. We show you a video too about what this webinar is going to be about, the problems that we're going to solve. Is that interesting to you? Yes, it is. No, it's not. And remember, because it's really important to reinforce this, the AI automation agent will give them whatever they want within seconds, but it will give them exactly, precisely what they want. They want case stories, they'll get case stories. And if they want testimonials, they'll get testimonials. If they want a portfolio, no problem at all. That is what they will get. But now remember that I promised you 3 tips at the beginning of this video. The top 2 links in the description field should contain the link to your lead magnet, your free gift, and the link to your paid offer. Now let me just show you an example of that so that you can see exactly what I mean. So I just want to show you here, for example, here you see there at the top of the description field, we have 2 links. The first one is to the lead magnet, to the free gift, and the second one is to the paid offer. See that? And this is what you always should have. You also should have a playlist. See here, for example, there, I've got the first 10 episodes of this series. This is all about for the full stack media buyers, for these paid advertising strategists. And then this is all what it's about. You're taking them through it. Episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, episode 4, da-di-da-di-da, all of those ones there. And this gets you a lot of engagement, a lot of satisfaction from your customers, because you're telling them exactly what to do now and what to do next. And it gives you a lot of credence, because then you're helping YouTube to suggest other videos in your series which are coming up onto their main screen. I have a lot of my customers that tell me every time they turn on YouTube, they're seeing my videos because they're subscribed to my channel, because I can help them to solve their marketing challenges. Really, really nice, really friendly. And remember, and this is most important for me, as I said at the beginning, then to follow the 8-step formula for the YouTube success. And again, the checklist is down at the bottom. It's a free gift. The conversion calculator, the conversion rate calculator is a free gift. All of these tools there that we've built up over the time, the Canva templates, etc., they come into the workshop and they can get whatever they want. So what are you waiting for? Please come along. But what we do ask is that you turn up and hold yourself accountable. Now, what does that mean? Well, we want you to bet on yourself. Because when you bet on yourself, there you pay this small amount of money, which is refundable, providing that you do turn up and providing that you do hold yourself accountable, providing that you do the homework assigned to you, or you've got the choice that you can pay us to do it for you in our Done For You program before the next workshop. And you can do all of this for free, provided you're ready to bet on yourself. Because if you do all of those things, we will refund the money back to your account once you have completed those actions. So in the next video, what we're going to be going through is stage 7 of the 8-step process, where we're going to be showing you how to be uniquely different. The links at the top of the description field and the top of the comments will direct you all the way through to our landing page. And after you've filled in a pre-qualification questionnaire, you can then book a call with us. These are some of the top brands that we've worked with. We're very, very proud of some of these customers that we have helped over these years.